Hello and thank you for watching the video. Now in this episode there is a lot of stuff that goes on and big changes to this base, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Now a lot is going to change in this episode as the base and equipment that I use. I thought I'd start off this episode by harvesting some food, getting some carrots, because I know at some point I'm going to need that when I'm on the run. I thought I would take a little look at the blinds, give them a little close, and just hope that the zombies don't get attracted to the light in the background. I did check and did hear one coming up the stairs, well, coming up the mountain. Didn't really know what to take of it. There's two of them. I thought I'd play a little prank on them by making some trapdoors. That didn't work out too well. See, I placed it right there, closed it, he just stood on the edge. That didn't help at all. So I closed the door, left it, and walked away. What's annoying about this is every blood moon I can't sleep, so this is all I hear. Now I did hear him fall and wondered where he went, but he's just down there over to the right really. The arrows are still flying, so that's definitely not fun, and I do have to keep on watching out for them. I then did decide it is time for me to actually start getting some armour, got a shield, and just upgrade it all. I did find this iron rod, and then I come across this hammer. I have no idea what this actually does. I've tried using it on several things, not just on this brick, but it doesn't actually do anything, so really that was just a waste of iron. At this point, I then started getting all my good materials. I've got some sticks and some poles as well, thinking that I'll be able to make something. I found something called a level 1 key card, and I have no idea what that does. I then decided it is time to make a pickaxe, and I also made some torches as well. I don't really know what my agenda was at this point. I think it was more of mining. So I opened the blinds, watched the sunrise, which was a lovely sunrise by the way. Always nice to have the blinds there. But I did make some axe, and I had an agenda. Look at all them down there. They're the ones that are after me, and the further on this goes, the more vicious, faster. I mean, they really do just, I mean, towards the end, with the 100 days sort of mark, they break blocks. They'll do anything to get to you. But at this point, I've decided that I need to get some more wood. I did get some more saplings at this point as well, which was fun. I've come across these pumpkins and I have no idea why I decided to get them. I'm guessing at some point down the line I'll need them, maybe. But I carried on getting some more wood, and then I also did find a lava patch, which was handy because I do come back to that later on down the line. I saw this little structure down over here, had a little peek in it, nothing in it, there wasn't anything going down, so it wasn't really anything special. But I did find sugarcane, which is perfect because I know at some point I'm going to have to start enchanting some tools to even survive a night or a day at any point. I saw coal over here, which was also perfect because I need to get coal and cobblestone for what I want to do in this episode. So I want to build the pillars up underneath the base. I also want to make an entrance to the base from the ground floor so I don't have to keep using that waterfall coming down. Now I did see it was the sun was starting to set, and I did not want to be out of here during the blood moon, so I tried my best to get back before this blood moon actually kicked off. I thought at this point I was going to be home dry, but like you see in the bottom left, the blood moon's rising, and I just didn't have a chance. I managed to get nearly all the way to the base, and the skeletons started spawning, the zombies started spawning, and when I tried going up the waterfall, it was just, I was shot at, so it was just not worth it. I panicked here. I don't know how that menu came up, but I panicked. I just stayed in the ocean for the rest of the night. I thought it's the best way to sit it out, but I didn't want to sit there just floating. So I ended up actually going over to a little abandoned ice island, killing the zombie that was there, and then started getting my crafting table out. I made a little boat just so I can sit in the ocean quite comfortably overnight and not worry about other mobs trying to get me while I'm there. When the blood moon was over, I went back to the base and discovered everything was gone, so also that was perfect. I've noticed that I've gone around collecting all the bones at the bottom, but I did go and get some more cobblestone here because I did need it again for the build. It is going to require a lot. When I finally got back up to my base, I thought I'm best off planting a tree and safe proofing this bridge as it goes around. As you'll see later on in the episode, you'll see it all expand and it'll all start looking nice. I put a nice canopy over the top. But right now I just wanted to make sure I didn't fall off at any point, because there is ice at the bottom of one section and water at the other. I don't want to be stuck down there with mods. I ended up expanding the tree farm here, so I wanted to make more area for me to get more trees. And look, another blood moon's rising. These are every night. I don't know what the odds of that happening are, but I've only had one night, and that was the first night, I believe, where there was not a blood moon whatsoever. Every night at the moment is just blood moons. So I ended up getting some more wood. I waited for the saplings to drop, tried waiting as long as I could, and I thought I might as well wait indoors. Use the chair, I built them, I might as well use them at this point. So I waited out to the morning. I didn't really do much. I literally generally just sat there scrolling on TikTok the whole time. I spent way too long mining trees. Like, I really went to town on these trees. Look at it, I started with 6 saplings. Wait till you see at the end of it, I have like 20 odd. But I thought I'd try and get a big tree, which was massive, so I mined all of that wood because I knew that I would need it. I'll be pretty much living on this spruce wood and cobblestone for as long as I possibly can. I also sat there waiting for more saplings. Didn't want to wait too much longer, so I did the tree again, which was even bigger than before. Perfect at this case because I do need it. I'd made an iron axe because my one was actually about to break. But once that was done, another blood moon was rising. Well, at this point I was getting fed up of this because I just can't set my spawn point. So look at all that wood. That's 3.5 stacks of wood. So I ended up making a spruce chest, which again, this should be added to the game. My plan was to actually fill that spruce chest with all the wood, but I got too excited. I wanted to carry on building. I spent a lot of time in this base doing this, but I then went back to chopping down trees during a blood moon because I can't really do that much through a blood moon, so I didn't want to just keep passing the nights on. So I thought I'd carry on mining. It did get to morning and I did have a little cheeky peek over. I ended up jumping off of this to try and do sort of a marathon run further away, but I mean there's so many there's no way I'll be able to get anything done. I ended up running down and around just to try and get some of them to despawn, which it works to a certain extent. Some of them stayed, but some of them, the majority of them left, so I don't mind killing a couple just to do it. Also ran round grabbing all these bones. I'm using these bones, which is sort of perfect. It's like a bone meal farm at this point. I've got all the bones I need and I'll carry on getting more. I ended up going back up to my base, obviously, as you can see. I started getting the wood out ready for the pillars underneath. That is one of the things I wanted to get done that day. I managed to get them done in that day, but straight afterwards there was another blood moon rising that just was not helpful whatsoever. When I got to the top here, I sort of looked at the pillars and I thought something is wrong and I can't put my finger on it whatsoever. But as I was running back, I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. So I got back to my base and thought I'm going to run out and go have another look. Now, when I got to the end of the thing, I just thought I couldn't see anything, run back. It weren't until then, the corner of my eye, I noticed the pillars weren't actually touching the bottom of the base, and that is because of the slabs underneath. I did have a couple of ideas then. I did start smelting the sand right here, so then I saw these and thought these are the slabs I need to actually connect the base to the pillars. I then had to go around, find the pillars and connect them, but I did end up going around connecting them all so they don't look stupid. Now this is what I mean by the glass, well, smelting the sand. I wanted to put that there as a little peephole to see if they would all gather underneath one area, because I wanted them to all gather one area and I can try and kill them all in one sort of bucket of lava, just kill them all. I jumped off here, got some sand, because that also gave me another idea to put a viewing platform. I wanted to extend everything out. do a viewing platform and just have a nice area that I can AFK at whilst watching the zombies underneath. Plus, when it gets later on and me wanting to do that entrance throughout the middle of my base, I need to be able to see if they are broken in to start coming up the stairs that I originally put. I did find these barbed wire fences, and I looked at the iron bars and thought to myself, I need to get some iron. So I then got some tools ready, got some food, I went to go mining, and this mining trip was a headache. Oh look, another blood moon rising. So that was perfect. These are just never ending. It gets to every night now and I just instantly think of a blood moon. I went and found the entrance to the base, to the mine shaft. Got in there, started running down and thought I'd try and get as much iron as possible, because when it gets to later on down the line, I will not be able to mine whatsoever. But I did hear something right then. I did not know that they were spawning inside the caves, inside my mine shaft, because I was lighting it up quite regularly. So seeing this put me on edge big time, and paranoia kicked in. I only mined for a little bit more after this because it was too much. Every noise I was turning around and looking at myself. I did find some diamonds though, which was handy because I will need them as well to try and upgrade everything. But just as I was leaving, another blood moon was rising, so I thought I'd start digging outsidewards. But I ended up running out of there. I heard some funny sounds, so paranoia the whole way back. But as soon as I got out, it was a blood moon still. I thought I'd float around. I mean, it was setting anyway, so I might as well just float around in the water and just not worry about it. I ended up getting back to my base. You can see all my loot there. I smelted it all. I wanted to make sure that sort of the iron was spread out evenly, which you'll see. But also, once I'd finished that, I thought now's the time to make that viewing platform that I was telling you about earlier on. I wanted it to go down and round to the side so I can get a good view on that entrance I'm going to be putting there. So I thought I'd put glass around the bottom and cobblestone and walls around the outside, idiot proof it, put some torches up, was perfect. I got my ores out of the furnace, another blood moon was rising. So at this point I was angry. I just want one night with no blood moon. As you can see, yeah, I'm spanking out my bed. It's not working whatsoever. I made some wooden posts. I thought these were the ones that look actually half decent on the base, so they don't actually look stupidly thin. I put these down to hold up the canopy that I'm going to be building going around. So the canopy is going to go from the viewing platform, from there all the way around. Pretty much everything's going to be covered bar where the trees are growing, but that's the viewing platform that I was telling you about. I want to be able to see down there. I wanted to do this to try and stop the snow from setting down on everything, so it only sets on the roof. But I did go all the way down, right down to the entrance over there. I noticed at this point it was thundering, and I know in Minecraft you can sleep while it's thundering, so I thought this is the best place to set my spawn point. I don't plan on dying, but it is what it is. I made these western doors that look pretty cool. That's my get out of jail card. I'm going to be running through those doors to get out. I found these lights that seem to be getting rid of snow, so I thought I would get rid of the birthday candles going round and replace them with the spruce lamps. They're not the prettiest, but they light up from the floor, and I can then get rid of all these birthday candles going down the side, just sort of clean it up a little bit. I also did the same on the inside of my base, but I tried using stairs to pretty it up. It worked to a certain extent. I've not taken the birthday candles down in the base yet because I just don't trust it. I want to make sure that nothing spawns whatsoever. I don't want to ruin it by trying something out. So I don't want this to be a 2-episode series. But again, another blood moon's rising. Now, all these blood moons, I'm thinking I should check the code on this, because this just is not right. That's too many moons, too many blood moons. I mean, I've not got one apart from at the beginning. I thought I'd use the leftover glass to sort of glass in the sides here, so I haven't got to worry about arrows hitting me as I'm on the viewing platform, especially if I'm AFK as well. But I did that the whole way around where the viewing area is. Thought I'd try and get some more wood, because it is going to get to the point where I'm going to need an absolute butt ton of it. So I ended up getting this wood, when it comes to the pillar going up the middle so I can actually get in my base with an entrance, I'm going to need a lot of wood for that, so I don't really want to be short on that. But I did remember getting these snowballs from earlier and thought I might as well have a bit of fun. If they're going to trap me in my house and blood moon me every night, I should legally be allowed to throw snowballs at them at the same time. I mean, this is the law at this point. So grab a snowball out of the chest, thought I'd go act like a child and throw a load of snowballs at some zombies. Thought I'd just have a little bit of fun with it. I mean, they're not going to care, are they? I mean, they're shooting arrows at me. It's only fair if I throw snowballs at them. I then decided to get a load of iron out and make a load of buckets, because for some reason in my mind I'm thinking I need to go get some lava. So if you remember from earlier that lava pit that I found, I ended up making my way back there and grabbing 4 buckets of lava. For some reason I feel I'll need that at some point. I might do towards the later days, but I think we're only on day maybe 11, or it's either 20 or 11, one of those two. But for some reason I thought it was important enough to put it in my valuables chest, and I don't know why. I don't reckon I'll need 4 buckets. I might actually need more if it comes to weaponising the base, but my base is made out of wood, so that obviously ain't going to help. I ended up doing the outline of that entrance that I was telling you about, and I want to have cobblestone on the corners, wood in the middle, give it that nice strong effect. I ended up going up to the top and connecting the cobblestone pillars that way. Another Blood Moon's Rising, so I am stuck with just doing medial tasks at the top of the base. I ended up putting these lamps at the top where the trees grow, just so I can try and eliminate the snow there. But as you can see, the glass is going around the outside, which is nice. I spent the majority of the night checking, making sure no mobs were in that little part. I then tried working out whether I've messed up or not. See, I've slept in that bed to set my spawn point, but also the pillars underneath come up to where my bed is. So I have to hope that the entrance to this little sky base just does not go into where that bed is, because I want to be able to keep that there and set it as a spawn point. I also decided whether I should start at the top, work my way down, or the bottom and work my way up. So I decided anyway, just might as well start at the bottom. Also, note to self, don't punch a squid, you go blind. So chucked ink on me, lovely squid. I got to the bottom here, collecting some more bones, and started building up. I wanted to speed this part up just so you know that I am actually building it. There's no cheating involved, there's nothing like that. So I sped this up. This is 20 times speed, but by the time I actually got to close to the end, I think I had 1 or 2 sides ready. It was again another Blood Moons popping up, so I started laying these. Blood Moon's Rising. Don't really want to be waiting around with a Blood Moon, so I whacked a torch there to try and avoid mobs spawning in. I did check to see if it's spawning in, but this is where I was messing around with the lava. Now if you want to see someone panic, watch me place this lava, then realise my base is made of wood. So I then panic, get water, chuck it down there, but luckily enough the lava had dissipated but before it even got to the wood. I ended up finishing it all off, all the pillars themselves, and put cobblestone there so I can then put 2 spruce doors. I done a path, just I don't even know why, it'll only get covered in snow. I needed more wood, so I then grew one of these massive trees again, and again a Blood Moon is Rising. See, they just do not end. So I got all the wood that I needed. I don't even know why I needed wood at this point, to be honest with you. I know I probably needed it, but at the time of recording I had a plan. That's right, the stairs. So I made way too many stairs for the entrance to this build. I thought I'd go at the top since it's a Blood Moon. I'd go at the top, work my way down, and as soon as I placed this one, it was more of a, yep, you're an idiot, wait till morning. So I waited till morning, got down to the bottom after killing any leftover zombies and that, and decided to work my way back up, which was sort of smart in a way. I also, after I'm doing this, see, I know this is slow at this point, but after doing this, I thought to myself, I'm going to fall down and die via stairs at this point. So, smart thing to do. This is idiot approved. I ended up putting a wall or a banister there just to make sure that I didn't die because of a stupid mistake trying to rush down the stairs. I put these trapdoors over the top. One, so I don't keep falling down it. Two, it hides the entrance to the actual stairs themselves in a way. I thought I'd go down here to show you all what it actually sounds like when you get to all the horde at the bottom, which is why I built so high up. I'll just take a listen. Now that is why it's dangerous down there. So I decided to make some blinds so I can actually go see them firsthand. Now I messed up this first blind placement. So when I broke it, I thought, it's alright, I'll get that back. No, it went out there. It went to the gods. That I'm never seeing that again. So ran to the top and just hid. Decided enough's enough. I've put blinds down there. I don't need to do it no more. Now that is the end of episode 2 of this Unlimited Zombie series. I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but I will think of it before I even upload this video. I want to say thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to everyone who's given me support over the series. I really do appreciate it. Now, if you could just like and subscribe and even share this video so it can be recommended to other people, I'd appreciate it greatly. And I will see you in the next one, which should be soon.